Hello, it's Marcus here from bsvsearch.com. Over the last few months, the network and the blockchain of the real Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BSV, have become dramatically more powerful. In my view, BSV has now left every other blockchain behind, including BTC, Ethereum, XRP, and the thousands of speculative cryptocurrencies trading on exchanges around the world. With the rollout of Teranode, the BSV blockchain is now capable of handling millions of transactions per second. And this is not hype, this is not theory, because you can actually test it yourself. It's measurable performance. And that matters because it means that the real Bitcoin SV, can do what it was built to do, to handle the everyday payments and activities that people make all over the world at massive scale, instantly and at almost no cost. Bitcoin was always meant to function as cash. That was Satoshi's vision. And personally, that's the world I want to live in. The world where I can send money instantly to friends and family anywhere, so that I can buy someone a birthday gift from the other side of the world, so that I can pay for their meals for that day, for example, as a gift. I want to do business and work globally without friction and with minimal costs. That's why here at BSV Search, I am focusing on tools that are simple, robust, affordable, and usable right now. And one of the most practical tools that supports that vision is the QR code. I first saw Bitcoin QR codes used back in 2015. People could scan a code on a screen, receive it through email or save it as an image, and send money easily. It was elegant, it was practical, and it made sense. Then Bitcoin was pushed away from being cash. The message became digital gold and just hold, don't use. And that killed everyday usability. But today, BSV keeps that original vision alive. And because of that, we can once again use practical tools like QR codes to live, work, transact, and earn using real Bitcoin, BSV. Not BTC, but BSV. In this video, I'm going to show you realistic, everyday situations where QR codes actually make BSV useful. Then I'll walk you through how to generate BSV addresses in bulk, turn them into QR codes, and actually put them to use. QR codes are powerful because they turn any screen, any poster, web page, product, or printed object into a payment point. No bank approval, no expensive terminal needed. There's no complicated setup. Just generate a BSV address, turn it into a QR code, and people will be able to pay you. Here are realistic things that people can start doing right now. Everyday retail and small business, small shops, and vendors can simply place a QR code at the counter. Market stalls and food trucks can accept payment without renting a point-of-sale machine. Cafes, bakeries, and takeaway shops can speed up checkout. Even independent workers like barbers, delivery riders, cleaners, and handyman can accept payment instantly. And for temporary events, fairs, and festivals, QR payments are perfect. Restaurants and eateries can place QR codes on tables so people can pay at the end of their meal or at the start when they order. Groups can split bills easily. Each person simply scans and pays their share. Staff can also have their own tip QR codes. Hotels can use them for tipping or for small services. For creators, developers, and those in the online economy, if you create value online, you can get paid directly. Open source developers and freeware creators can add QR donation options. Bloggers, YouTubers, streamers, and podcasters can show a QR code on screen or on their website. Digital artists and musicians can receive support without middlemen. E-commerce and business payments QR codes can be added as an alternative checkout method. Freelancers and consultants can put QR codes on their invoices. You can even sell access to files, memberships, or services with simple scan and pay. Now, in ordinary life and community, you can split bills with friends, pay someone back instantly, or send money to family anywhere in the world. Birthdays, weddings, and community fundraisers can all use QR codes to accept BSV contributions. Clubs, sports teams, charities, and community groups can collect support easily. Basically, with QR codes, any printed material can now become a payment portal. Posters, flyers, business cards, brochures, receipts, and fundraising signs. If people can see it, they can scan it. These are not futuristic dreams. These are practical, everyday things that people can start doing now. This is how Bitcoin stops being theoretical and starts becoming useful again. Now, if you want to use QR codes effectively, one very powerful thing you can do is to generate multiple wallets, so each product, project, or purpose has its own address. And that way you can track income per item, per campaign, website, or activity. So let's take a look at how to do that. You can generate a lot of multiple wallets at the same time, and you can keep it for future use. So to do this, you go to bitaddress.org. You can download this and save it as a HTML file, and you can run it locally on your desktop, not connected to the internet, so that you know that there's no information going in and out of your computer to the wider internet while you're generating these addresses. So you go to bitaddress.org, or you run your local HTML file of it. Let's say you have 10 products, and you want to generate 10 different BSV address for each one, right? And you do that. I will not generate compressed addresses. I'll just generate normal addresses because, again, as much as possible, I want to work with the most basic versions of everything, because this reduces the layer of complications between you and what you are trying to achieve. To compress something, that means there's another step, right? So you don't want another step. I think people do it because it could be cheaper transaction-wise, but to me, resiliency, robustness is more important. So I'm going to not choose to generate compressed addresses. So here you have 10 different addresses. You've got the public addresses, the one that you can show to people, the one that people can send you BSVs to, and you've got your private keys. If you want to access the BSVs in your wallet, you've got these private keys. You then save this onto a file, put a password protection on it, a complicated password, of course, so in the future then you've got a list of Bitcoin addresses that you can use already. That way you don't have to come back to this website and generate a single wallet each time. You just have a bulk of these addresses ready to use. You can then just create a QR code for them. This gives you control. You now have multiple Bitcoin addresses ready to go, each one tied to a specific purpose, a project, a product, or a business activity. And once you have these addresses, you can print them so that you can get paid per project, per product, or per website, per content, whatever you are doing. People can easily scan these QR codes and pay you. So this is a website. The URL is goqr.me or goqr.me. It's a QR code generator. This is how it looks like. At the top here, it is quite clear. Step 1. Choose the type of QR code that you want to generate. So here you've got a URL. Here you've got text. Here you've got a V card. And here you've got SMS. and here you can initiate a call. Here it's a geolocation, so latitude and longitude. Here you've got an event, and here you've got an email address or to create a new email. And here you've got an option for an internet address. So for BSV, for Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin addresses, we will use text. Let's say, for example, you've got a Bitcoin address, right? This is your Bitcoin address, so that's text. It then generates this QR code. Now, when I tested this earlier, that is not a live preview of this. That's actually linking to something else. So to view the QR code that it's going to generate, you have a couple of options. You choose embed, and with this, you can embed an image of the QR code or a link. But as you can see, it's actually linking to the website server. When I'm building something like I'm building a website, I don't want to rely on these things being up, because what happens if 2 years from now this website is no longer there, right? And it happens a lot online. A lot of websites disappear. They don't stay too long. So I'm not going to use this since I know it relies on someone's server being up. I'm going to download the QR code. You've got a couple of options here. You have the error correction code, which is this, and I think that's low, medium, and high. I'm not quite sure what the Q stands for, but there's low, medium, and high. When you print a QR code, for example, the ink might get scratched off, dust might accumulate, or rather, mud or fingerprints, that sort of thing. And this correction code, I believe, is basically how resilient your QR code is going to be to those things like scratches, mud, dirt, and other artifacts. So you can have different variations of resiliency. They do say here that L is recommended, so I'm just going to go with that for the purpose of demonstrating this. You've got a border of 1 pixel. I'm going to choose 0. And then you can choose the size. Now, I'm going to redo this because for whatever reason it's now sort of defaulted to 150 pixels only. I'm going to refresh this page. I'm going to repaste the Bitcoin address and click the download option. I'm going to stay with low error correction code, which is the recommended version. I'm going to increase the size to 100 to 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. Now you have 2 options. You've got an option to download it in PNG or as a JPEG file. Typically, when you're working with photos and those types of images, you would choose JPEG. But when you're looking at images that are sort of pixelated or vector-looking graphics as opposed to bitmap, photos are usually saved as bitmaps, because they've got smooth, gradual transitions with thousands and hundreds of thousands of colors, whereas with more vector-type colors, they are limited to a few tens of or hundreds of colors only. So in this particular one, we're just dealing with squares and 2 colors, black and white. So I'm going to use PNG. I'm going to save this as PNG, save it as a QR code, example 1. Now that it is downloaded, to check its resolution, I'm going to right-click on Properties and click on Details. I can see that it is 1000 by 1000 pixels, and if you were to print that, it is going to be 96 dots per inch. So that's a good enough resolution if you were to print it, because you can see with QR codes, they're very basic. You can print this large and you'll be able to read it. Now, if you want to actually test this QR code and make sure that it is creating or outputting the type of information that you need, then you want to test it using your phone, for example, because most phones nowadays have a QR code reader. What you're looking at on the right side of the screen at the moment is my phone, and on the top right, what you do is you pull down a menu there, and this sort of thing appears. I'm using an Android phone, and this is the latest version of the Android version that runs with my phone. So you pull this down, you see that QR code option here, so you click that, and it starts your QR code reader. My phone is pointed to the QR code on my screen, and it actually reads the QR code already. So here you can see that it reads the text, and that text is the Bitcoin SV address. So you now know that it's generating the right address for you, that you've got a QR code that is actually usable. Now, this next demonstration is what happens then if, let's say, I am the person wanting to send BSVs. I've got my wallet on here. I'm using, say, Rock Wallet as an example. The screen would start here. I would choose BSV. I'm going to scan the QR code instead. So you've got this icon here. I'm going to click that. See how it picked up on the QR code already that's on my screen? It's already typed it in for me. So I'm going to send 0.5 of a BSV. It's going to cost me 1% of 1% of 1%. Now that I'm going to send that BSV, you can even type a memo if you want to type in a hint of what this payment is for. Then you can just click send. All right. So yeah, I find this website goR.me a good QR code generator for BSV addresses. Now, you might have other ones, but what you want to make sure is that the QR code that it's going to generate is actually the Bitcoin address. Because I've tried a couple of websites, and what they actually generate is a link to their website where people can then see the text message, the Bitcoin address. And again, the problem with those types of generators is that what happens when that website disappears? It is quite common on the internet that websites disappear. People lose interest, people have a good idea, they create a website for it, but it doesn't work out. Or, people just change priorities and the website is no longer important, so they take it down. When they do, there will be a person who's wanting to pay you money, transact with you, and the QR code is no longer working. It goes to a website that's non-existent. For the moment, goqr.me seems to provide what I'm looking for in a QR code generator. Now, there is an option where you can add your logo on your QR codes, and some people have actually made QR codes that are friendly to their brand, and it makes their QR code very recognizable. If you are after this sort of service, then this website has that service for you. But if you're just happy to stay with the usual black and white QR code, you can get by with the free service. So that's how you can take advantage of QR codes. QR codes are simple, powerful, and widely understood, and they remove friction from payments. Combined with BSV's massive scalability and tiny fees, QR codes make Bitcoin practical again. If you found this helpful and interesting, I encourage you to try it, experiment with it, think and apply QR codes in your own life, business, or community. As you can see, I am also displaying QR codes on my videos, so feel free to tip the videos I make to support us here at BSV Search. I'm also planning to add a section on bsvsearch.com so people can post their content and add their QR codes of the BSV addresses for tips and donations, so you too can start earning BSVs with your content. In the meantime, there are other websites and apps for people to earn money or get tips for their content. Have a look at that and implement. I'll provide the links on the description to this video below. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy your time with friends and family during the Christmas and holiday seasons. This is Marquez from BSV Search. Cheers. Bye-bye.